VCS, so winning draft means very little, Marby.
Yeah, both this guy seem to be going for the Annie get you gun approach of anything you can do, I can do better. So they've got the same comp, but Gragas, which basically fulfills a very similar role to Graves in the neutralize lane. Don't really do and then be useful later on. It's a bit tank. It's tank instead of damage, but whatever. It's the same comp. They just got they almost copy pasted Luxury's comp. It's insane. I'm gonna have to see how they can do it. Luxury should have a little bit of an easier time. Jinx Thresh is a very strong lane. Thresh and though Nautilus is a counter into it, it's not that hard to play it really well. And I looking forward to seeing Killer Queen control the jungle on this Lee Sin, get his lanes rolling, and we're gonna see Drakthar probably continue to lag behind and not really be very effective. This time he doesn't need to be as effective by 15 minutes because he's on Viego, not Jarvan. But I still think this is going to be such a very strong start for Luxury based off of Killer Queen and his ability to impact these lanes. Might be a little bit hard because that's not great setup for him, but
bit of a scuffle down on the bot side. Turns out pretty even. CBL rather taking a little bit of pain, but
CBL suffering from
middle stick
a little bit in the early levels, but he gets them to level 2 early, so they're very comfortable right now. Just happily gonna sit there.
Oh! CBL! What was this? He splashed forward. Elio has to flash away, I suppose. I'd say have to. I'm not sure he did. It didn't seem like there was any chompers ready to go to really lock him down, but regardless, it's a 1-for-1 trade on the flashes, but Ignite and Heal were also spent. Luxury, calm down.
Yeah, CBL going very aggressive. I was not expecting the flash to come out. I was definitely expecting sort of an aggressive hook, like when the minions fall, but no, that's super aggressive. It does open up Elio to a bit more of a threat if Killer Queen makes his way down. I think that is the real goal from CBL in that point, trying to force a flash. They just kind of got the wrong one, getting Elios when they wanted Almines. But that hook was just wide. It just went too far. And now, could
bad.
Control over the crabs is in Drakthar's favor as he manages to clear it out a little bit faster and should be able to make his way across into this top side. Bit of a weird path from Killer Queen, hitting those Krugs first, but wants to make his way into the top side. Did not really have too much. Oh.
This could be turned into a scuffle. Drakthar does get warded out. Blazes jumps back to his body. Yeah, I think this is just going to turn into a 1-for-1 crab situation. But we go back down to the bot lane. Can't let you in as Elio's taking a lot of damage. There's a Duskwave moved across. Almine taking some rockets, but fending them off well. The exhaust is not even used. Sky maintain their summoner spell lead.
Yeah, but Elio is playing with fire here, and on the top side we're seeing Killer Queen. He's moving on to these Krugs. It won't really go his way. It's not going to be a great fight for him as that level 4 is hit. So he's just going to have to back off right now. Could try and take those on the way out thanks to the push.
A little bit risky.
Could have gone for those Raptors because he had the push in mid, but decides not to. Plays it safe. Heads back to Grump. And I'm just baffled by a lot of these the jungle moves. We saw that ward come down and that reveal to Killer Queen. Oh, this is where Drakthar is. I now know my bot side crab is gone.
Glory takes some damage.
Where he gets that. Glory taking damage. It's fine.
Yeah, he's just going to back off, use the teleport to get back to lane. No worries whatsoever, unless Blazers goes for an insane interrupt, but I don't think that would be particularly wise. And of course he won't. There's the back channeled in, teleport momentarily. Yep, there we go. Blazers, wouldn't surprise me if he does the same, as he is on his own back timer now. Once again, the first 5 minutes have been very calm. I'm sure first-time viewers are wondering why that's something to even comment on, but here in the VCS, I'd be expecting a few kills by now. And the first 2 games haven't quite given that to us. Ryuk farming out well on the top side, stacking up that tier. We don't really have too much of an indication what breed of Akali this is going to be. The Conqueror leans to tank, but it's hard to know.
I mean, I don't really know if tank is... I mean, Chemtank's kind of out, but I don't really know how...
You'd be surprised. Chemtank's still pretty good. Even post-nerf.
But we're going to see. We're going to see. I do think that simply going for the burst is better. There's the Omnivamp. It's coming in.
Yeah,
with that
that's
leeching.
true.
And the Killer Queen is going to be here first. They do see the hook, but no flash on CBL. No, Elio.
Yeah, Elio's in trouble. Elio's taken down. First blood has been secured by Luxury, but it looks like they want to make something out of this one. Do Sky as Almine walking forward has the tags. There's a Realm Warp as well. Killer Queen arriving to teleport to the tower, though. We'll call everything off. Oh my god, CBL just stepping too far forward. This man needs to calm down. His blood's too hot, Marby.
Yeah, steps too far forward, not respecting the range on that rise. He's not very long range, but he still has some in there, and he picks it up, finds the kill. It's 1-for-1 overall, but first blood over to Killer Queen, off to a pretty healthy start, and can sort of... And that's really the best you can hope for Killer Queen, because there's not a lot of options. Ganking a Gragas when you only have an Akali with you is really hard. Similar status with ganking a Yasuo. A Yone, rather. Yone's a little bit easier than Yasuo, but there we are. Just a nice hook. Flash had been blown earlier. Good setup. Knockdown. But the return damage is actually just nuts from Aomine. Just completely chunks out the CBL, and then they have to start running as soon as they see Drakthar. Actually getting the kill is just kind of a nice bonus, because they sort of were like, oh, we're kind of happy with just getting the teleport out of Coded. We're happy to back off from here. And
oh, there's a hook coming in. They stop Blaze's ult as well. Have to burn the flash from Yone to get away. A good roam there by Elio.
Yep, a very good roam getting out of the map. You're kind of going to lose the 2v2 anyway, and I think Aomine might be comfortable enough in the 2v1 right now if he's got enough, if he's picked up the quiver.
Noon quiver. You got it.
One.
It's been a while. It's been like a month.
I know all the items by picture, not by name.
You're a visual learner. There is a bit of a stack up here. It is, of course, that 8-minute mark as the Herald leaps its way onto the map. Drakthar is spotted, a little bit caught, manages to get into the gas away from the Sonic Wave. But Luxury do have first bite at the apple. Drakthar moving forward. The Spectral Maw doesn't land.
And this
is just back to the mid wave.
And I mean, I'm not. If I see a white gun in your next inventory slot, I'm gonna be really annoyed that you'd bother to walk all the way up when you had a free lane to just shove, and you would have equalized / beaten out this tower. It's an Infernum, so it's not as bad. You would probably get more off a better fight with that, but it's a matter of can you pick it. Ryuk is gonna be looking for that cask. But it's a bit harder to find those picks because you can't really hook over the wall like that.
Oh, yeah, I think he can, though, as they will pick up that first kill. The Flamethrower ultimate does go in, but now Elio's going low, and Coded is running rampant. Coded in blood, methinks, as he goes on forward. It's going to be the Jinx picking up the kill as Vit got 2, and it's a Herald fight again, Marby. VCS, stay away.
Again, don't commit too much. You're trying too hard. Elio, Sky... Not really Elio's fault, but I was setting up. He can't really hook over wall. He can't make these picks, but Thresh absolutely can. They find it onto Glory. They pop him up. They remove him. The Herald doesn't actually go down in the end, but it's just the damage is done here. There's no real response from Sky. They can't burst out Killer Queen. They can't get any of the kills down. It's just a complete massacre. And now Luxury, once again, off to a pretty healthy lead. Not as big as last time. It's 1.5k compared to 2k. But actually, they are going to be able to find their way onto the Herald because the bot lane of Luxury reset, and they're going to just try and mosey down this tower with the minigun.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a surprise to see Sky actually picking up this objective, but as you said, it is just going to be traded with gold directly onto the Jinx. Hardly a bad situation. She did pick up those 2 kills, as we said. As the fight played out, they get the dragon as well. That first cloud stack. potentially going to pay off later. And now there's a play. Elio tagged. They're going to move in. Is the boot ready? He doesn't quite get it off. The Yone ult doesn't land either as he manages to spider Nord away. In goes the Jinx Rocket. The kill comes forward for Blazers. And Luxury, they're just a better unit.
Yeah, but they're just working together as a team. They're kind of just deathballing a little bit, but it's working out for them. And picking up that Cloud Drake means they can get away with it a little bit more because they have that movement speed to get around the map. It's going to be traded with a lot of tower damage down. Giving it over to Armina, that's good, but it's not going to be the whole tower. So it's gold, but it's more gold onto the side of Burst. Luxury rather, especially picking up that kill onto Glory. Just can't give CBL hooks, man. He's too good with them.
Yeah, but there's a lot of hooks in the game at this point. It's hard to ban them all out, Marby. CBL perhaps just in draft heaven.
I forgot otherwise. There's a lot of other stuff to go around the hooks. That's why Thresh is good, but Pike no. Unless you're Hellas.
Hey, maybe CBL Pike. I don't think we've ever seen it, but that is the first tower being picked up by the Jinx. Vit is in a position to carry. He played well on the Aphelios last game as well. It was not as accelerated, at least not on his own. He was very accelerated, but he also had the huge Viego. This time it is more on him to carry the lead. Most of the lead is on him. But Jinx is a champion that can certainly allow that to happen as Glory just bothers Blazers, really, just being a bit of a bully.
But I do feel it's easier to play out this Jinx.
Bait.
Hold on.
Glory could be in trouble. There's no Yone ultimate, though, so they can't actually lock him down. He procs the phase rush, and he just trundles on over.
It should be slightly easier to play out this Jinx, as there's not really that huge range disadvantage you're working into. There is a bit of dive coming in, but you have a very strong disruptive front line. That's going to be making it very hard for the damage to follow up on Ryuk and Drakthar so much, because we're just going to see them try and dive in, but they don't want to dive in because that leaves Glory and Armina to be assassinated by Blazers and Coded. Speaking of which, they are having a fantastic time and can easily transition this into the 1-3-1 once turrets fall.
Moving under the tower, Glory just flashes away. Doesn't want to mess with the Yone and the Lee Sin. Can't say I blame him. But Sky can't get anything anywhere else. They're just losing all over the map.
Yeah, getting shoved in all three lanes. Drakthar not really being able to push out either to sort of try and find a path to wrap around. And look at this pressure on Glory.
Yeah, he's under attack once again. They pick him up. Coded will trade 1-for-1 there with Ryuk. This Akali now 2-1. I think the wheels are well and truly off the Sky wagon.
Ryuk, you should have just kept walking. You probably would have. You could have survived as up.
Oh no, Marby.
Yeah.
Oh no. Get the funeral dirge playing. The Sky has fallen.
Yeah, Sky really suffering in this first week. We won't write it off entirely. They had a terrible start to winter as well, of course, but
Sure.
This game is looking pretty bad. They're down 5k. It's only 14 minutes, so they can't get more tower plates, can Luxury, and it looks pretty good from Ryuk, but just there's a lot of damage coming out from Coded, and yeah, if he doesn't turn around...
Yeah, if he just walked away, yeah, he just gets the kill. That's just a pure mistake.
I get it. I get the idea of trying to get the auto off first, and not really sure about that strike for 5-point strike being up, and they did kill Coded again. We just saw Drakthar coming out of being Akali, so they found another pick. They found a bit more gold into their pockets, so they might be able to try and convert something if they can find a big fight, big Moonlight Vigil into multiple resets from Drakthar. There's still an angle where Sky can win a fight and find their way back into this game, but Vit is going to be a bit of a problem. He's very far ahead. Blazers is also very far ahead and can wreak havoc in the backline, so just going to have to see them try and do something. Drakthar is playing with fire here.
He does get the smite. Looks like Vit was just confused for a second, because why the hell is Drakthar here? He's caught, he flashes. The hook, the kill.
Off transfer complete.
Oh my, Marby, if they've got an angle to win this, then I've got curves, because they are just done and dusted. Sky's not in this series.
They have an angle to win this, but it definitely does not involve Drakthar going into solo missions into the jungle for no real reason to secure a red buff. It's not worth it at all, and we're gonna see this, where'd the Rift Herald go? Someone take the Rift Herald, I suppose? The second Herald got taken somewhere along the way. I'm not sure where it is, I don't see it right now, so...
One day we'll get a scoreboard, it's okay. Let's have a look at this replay. This was just Coded getting caught out. Just jumped over a wall he shouldn't have jumped over. But then Drakthar just loses his mind. We're not going to see it in the replay. We don't really need to. He just goes, oh, I want this red buff, and I can die to get it, which is not how that works. As Glory, taking a lot of damage, does manage to kite it out. Can't really go back in to help Drakthar, though. As he goes lower and lower, he goes down. Can they get onto Blazes? No, not quite. Everything missing. Finally, the bombs from the Nautilus will get it. Elio with a good hook, trying to get him away from the lantern. They do it well. They shut him down. And Glory benefits the goal.
Yeah, picks up another kill. And when did Drakthar die? Oh wait, he died in the start of it.
He died in the play.
People keep dying. Drakthar, I do not know where Drakthar is. Drakthar might as well just be dead, because he's either dying in a real fight or he's dying in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. Anyway, overall 2 for 1, good, fantastic. You got to shut down onto Killer Queen, shut down onto Blazers, great. You have gold. You're getting gold back. You've kept it within that 5k range. You're doing all right. The Rift Herald has now spawned. That's where it is. Timing completely off the window. But yeah.
This is what happened with Drakthar, as they try and make a good play here. This is actually a really good attempt. Blazers can't quite burst out Glory. It's a very close run thing. If he bursts him out, this fight goes completely different.
Yeah, but the collapse is there in time. Good teleporting from Ryuk. And then here, it's really nice. Just barrel into hook. No real chance to get that. Just too much CC. CBL just watches the jungler, unable to collect the lantern.
Yeah, he tried. He tried real hard, but didn't quite get there, as you said. So, as you pointed out, they are just outside that 5k boundary. But the fact that we're talking about 5k at 18 minutes is worrying. Glory, once again, getting chunked out, uses the Aberfrost. Drakthar needs to kite and take a lot of this damage, and they do it well, as Blazers will fall. Drakthar, the benefit.
Yeah, working with the buddy, that's really good. Blazers does not have the ability to completely one-shot anyone, especially not Glory, so able to tank up the initial burst, sees the follow-up, but can't escape. Too much CC. That's great. You want to keep seeing things like that, but now we're going to see the Rift Herald picked up by Luxury, now dropped mid. It's going to be a bit hard to defend this, but there's decent wave clear on Almina, but there's no tower. Didn't have enough health to survive the initial charge. They can stop a second, but...
Oh, but here comes the flank, as Drakthar and Glory have arrived. There's a bit of a two-front fight now, but Killer Queen will be immediately blown up, gives Drakthar a reset as well. He can't actually make much use of it, though, as Coded will take him down. Blaze is going low, Blaze is going down. Glory getting those Qs bouncing across the whole team. Ryuk, fairly tanky. Can they actually continue this play? Do they really want to? Oh, yes, they do, Marby, as here's the big lad in the middle of the enemy team, immediately having to flash away. In goes the Zap, doesn't quite connect onto him. Elio blocking that one well. Almine has fallen. Glory, you have to hit the Qs. As now Vit moving on forward. CBL goes gold, buying some time. He will go down once again to the blue man, as they choke Luxury out, and BTS fight back.
Yeah, really, really well played. They've managed to find a great flank and remove some of the big players instantly from Luxury. That's managed to scale them through into a bit of a one fight. And let's see, how does it start off here? It's Glory and Drakthar on the backside, immediately removing Killer Queen. That removes a lot of the utility from this Luxury lineup. And from here, there's Assassins just trying to do their best, but Ryuk playing Bouncer beautifully, not letting them get close to Almina. And then they go hard, they go for it. It works out, and it works out overall, but this beautiful hook from CBL, just real nice. Gets another kill onto Vit. It's overall a loss, of course, but that salvages it a little bit. And we're seeing Vit, he's able to hit fairly freely, but he's not able to chunk out this damage quite yet. Most likely because he's built the no damage build.
A little bit.
Probably. We're gonna see it, but I'm expecting Gale Force into.
It is Gale Force. He used the dash in that last fight.
Damage.
I actually think Gale Force is fine here. I think that dash in is worth its weight in gold.
You shouldn't follow that up with rapid fire, because then you do no damage.
I agree. That's very true. I do agree. But Vit will have to try and prove us wrong. As the dragon is on the map, Elliot tagged up, throws a hook, doesn't hit, but in goes Lee Sin. The boot is in. Does a lot of damage, and Yone follows it up. Wants to take them all down. Realm Warp used, trying to buy a little bit of space. Doesn't quite work out. Now it's Sky re-engaging, but it's not working out as Luxury are winning it. Vit speeds up. He's got a triple. Moving forward, he wants the fourth. They're going to get the ace, and Luxury clean BTS off the map.
You see Luxury with Killer Queen can win a fight. It's a beautiful kick to start it off. They cause so much disruption to Sky, and it's going to turn into just 2 objectives, puts them on Soul Point, and they're going to get the Baron for free because they only lost Coded in the mix. It's a 5-for-1. They're winning these team fights handedly. They pull it ahead to about a 7k gold lead, and it becomes harder and harder. Sky have to work extra hard to find another flank like they did in that first one to just try and make things happen. Try and remove the team fight utility of Luxury to keep the disruption there so that the Assassins can make it work in the back.
And clearly, Luxury have been drinking their daily cup of Castrol, the sponsors of the VCS for this split. Delicious drink, that's what it is, as we go into a replay of this decisive dragon fight.
Here we see it's a beautiful kick and just ruins everything. Sky are in such disarray. It doesn't help that Haomina has probably the worst guns, so he can't actually really contribute to this fight at all. But he's just poking away with these awful guns, and he just can't do anything. He can't get any hits in as the whole fight is cleaned up entirely by Vit and Blazes, and it's just awful. Fantastic moves from the side of Luxury, though. Playing it out extremely well. That's a Bloodthirster second from Aomine. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I think it makes sense with the amount of dive that's coming in onto him. He just wants to have a shield and a hook onto Drakthar. They don't really have the follow-up, though. He does just W away.
And there's the Infinity Edge now from Vit, so he's actually kicking in pain right now. Ryu come a good angle. There's the pick on a Vit.
Yeah, they do.
Thresh.
Do their best, but he managed to get away, and in goes Yone. Look at the AoE from the Rockets. Kabow goes Jinx. Got the triple. They're moving forward. This is a pentakill angle, Marvy, as there's the fourth. Can they actually get onto Glory? Are we going to have a pentakill in our third split? No! Yone, you bastard! This is why no one likes you.
Toxic Yone just comes in, no one gets a pentakill except for me. Jinx absolutely fuming, but I mean, the blow will be softened by the fact they're just going to pick up this inhibitor. They can probably end off of this. It's only Elio for another couple seconds. I don't think Drakthar is particularly threatening, but I completely understand playing it safe and just knocking out another inhibitor as well.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm so shattered. A Penta in our first series would have been such a good way to start the split, but no! Blazers had to be rude. Takes a lot of damage, but he is Yone. Goes back to his soul. Ryuk bearing down on the side. Throws out the cast, but it's onto a Lee Sin. The one target who could not care less. And Luxury will retreat from the base unmolested.
That's the saddest body slam I've ever seen. Just edges onto a wall. Feels real bad. Anyway, fantastic for
you know all that edging.
They picked up
as the replay comes in.
And here we saw a nice attempt from Ryuk and Elliot to pick off Vit, but the Dark Passage was just in a perfect position. Then you called it Blazers and Vit. The AoE damage is disgusting. And Come on, Blazers, you didn't need to do that. All right. That's just kind of sus. it looks like that should have gone to the Rocket, but apparently not. Blazers gets it. Feels real rude.
A little bit, but it doesn't matter. As Luxury are, I mean, this does feel like a bit of a victory lap. They're 14k ahead at 26 minutes. Do you think they still have an angle? You were saying earlier, has that angle been straightened out?
I mean, yeah, look, Luxury could sprint it.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry, I have to... Oh my god, where did they go? As Yone's picked up 2, Akali will get another one there as Coda moves on forward. There it is, the second, and only Glory is left alive. They want to get... Okay, good job, Blazers.
There's your angle.
It does not matter though, because Luxury, even with their mid laner donating a kill over to the enemy team, it can never ever matter as the Nexus is open. And Luxury, they are insane here at the start of the split. They avenge that 3rd, 4th place match in the winter split as they're going to try and pick up one more kill onto Glory. He does manage to get away onto the pad, but the Nexus will fall. Luxury, they were not happy about losing in that best of 5, and they come back hard and they win this one 2-0.